Radford here at Rogers TV. I spoke with associate producer Rachel Gilbert about the ways that Rogers interacts with their community. Rogers is a local TV station, and you guys are trying to sort of engage the community. So what are some of the ways that people can interact with the channel?
Well, we've actually recently switched to do more community access programming. So how that works is the community comes up with a story idea or a show idea and they approach us. And basically we just help them get it on the air. So we give them the tools they need, whether that's training or we can do it for them, kind of the technical aspect of it and helping them with their overall vision of the show, what can work, what can't work, what their timeline is, that kind of thing. So it is truly community driven because the community's coming to us with their ideas and they get it on the air.
And so once people put that show on the air, is there a way that viewers can kind of talk about it or tell you they liked it or like?
We don't have a formal system for that, but we get emails all the time from people. A lot of people just go to rogerstv.com and all of our emails are on there. Our publicity promotions employee, staff member gets a lot of emails that way. We don't get a lot of phone calls, unfortunately, but email seems to be the best way to get feedback from them. And of course, when we're out in the community, when we were doing First Local, we used to have a newscast called First Local, and I was out every day as a reporter. People would come up to me and tell me what they liked or even didn't like about Rogers TV, or even Rogers as a whole. So yeah, we hear things kind of through the grapevine. We don't have a formal way of getting like complaints or compliments.
Has it been like an all positive process to have like this sort of community? Really, they're making the content.
There are a lot of positives to it because we get a lot of interesting show ideas and a lot of things that we wouldn't think about or we wouldn't even know about had the community not come forward and told us, hey, this is happening, or this is a show idea, or there's a group that does this particular thing and it's really cool. So that's kind of the nice part of it. There are some challenges though when you're working with community members who don't necessarily know as much about how TV works and how everything gets put together, the production aspect of it, in that they may have grander ideas than maybe what's possible. So there are some challenges there, but the solution is to really just talk with them and tell them what's realistic and kind of lay it all out for them in the initial meetings.
Some TV stations and programs, they put some of their content online and then people can interact with it that way. Does Rogers do that, or?
Rogers TV has Rogers On Demand through Rogers Cable, and we also have Rogers Demand Online. So we're looking to put more of our shows, I believe, on there, but we don't put anything on the internet, like on YouTube or anything like that. If we were to do something online, it would be through our own sites, like Rogers On Demand Online. And of course, a lot of Rogers TV shows are on Rogers On Demand, not just from London, but from other systems as well.
Are there any things that are coming down the pipe at Rogers that viewers can expect, like more opportunities for them to sort of interact?
Well, I think we're going to continue with our community access programming, but as for any other big ideas that are coming, I wouldn't be the one who would know about that. But I think we are looking to continue our community access programming, and certainly we're always looking at new show proposals that are coming in and different ideas that we're getting from the public, and we try and interact with people as much as we can to get a feel for maybe what kind of shows they would like to see and what ideas they have that maybe we could encourage them to pitch.
So in your own sort of journalistic career, has there been any other ways that you've seen that the public can interact with a news station or a program?
Yeah, well, I used to work in radio, actually, so we used to get phone calls in the newsroom all the time. Of course, when you're doing your newscast, you give us the phone number so people can call in for traffic tips or whatever. So people would call in and tell you if you messed up. You'd hear it. They'd tell you, not necessarily if you're great, they usually don't call for praise, unfortunately. They'll call maybe if they just want to chat or tell you their life story. We'd get some crazy tips from people, and news tips or traffic tips or whatever. But I find the radio is more interactive that way because you're so available and because it's so immediate and because you're live on every newscast every half hour or so. People know they can just call you up and